Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. I'm Elissa Fink, and thank you so much for joining us today. We're here to share some big news, but I think you've probably already heard some of it. It's a new day for data, and of course, I mean, you have heard it because you are here. So thank you, and what a diverse group you are. We have people from Luxembourg to Lisbon, from Paris, France, to Paris, Texas. And so again, thanks for spending time with us to learn a little bit more about what this new day for data means. And I feel really lucky to have the opportunity to tell you about what we've done to make data easier for everyone. We have the broadest and deepest platform, and we're continuing to expand it. We just released 2018.1 with some amazing new features. And we're expanding that platform to include data preparation with a new product. You may recall hearing us talk about this technology when it was codenamed Project Maestro. And now with its new name, Tableau Prep, our data cleaning and transformation solution is available for you to start using. But democratizing data prep with our extended platform is only one of the ways we're making data easier for everyone. We're also making it easier to meet the unique needs of the various kinds of users you have in your companies and organizations. Our new subscription offerings make it possible for you to deliver the right capabilities to the people who want to use data the way that they want to use data. These new offerings make it easy to scale Tableau across your entire organization, whether you're one person, 10 people, or thousands, enabling people to make better decisions and more data-driven decisions. And the best part for me is that while these are huge improvements, they really are rooted in our guiding mission. That is, we help people see and understand data. When I joined Tableau, my goodness now, over 10 years ago, which is really hard for me to believe, I was really attracted by so many things. The product, the way it helped me work on data, it made me be an analyst that I never even could train to be. It was amazing. But one of the most things that really attracted me to Tableau was this audacious mission. And so in order to more fully deliver on that mission and keep delivering on that mission, we had to take a fresh new look at two important words in this mission. And that is people and data. Because getting everyone in your organization to embrace data is more important than ever before. Companies, we know this, companies that are data-driven have a competitive edge. Big brands like REI and Kimberly-Clark and Oi in Brazil, Lufthansa, and even Charles Schwab have all shared stories with us about how data is helping them drive their business forward. Will Bishop, a production engineer at Tesla, told us how they're using Tableau to understand performance right on the production floor. It's helping their factory workers, people there right on the floor on the factory line, hour by hour, minute by minute. Answer questions like, am I hitting my numbers this hour? And if I'm not, why not? That's really powerful stuff. Now, the reality is that the data we need to move our organizations forward and help people use the data is everywhere. It's in the cloud, on premises, in spreadsheets, even swimming along in a data lake. It's structured, unstructured, semi-structured, so much data. There's just no way that just data architects and data engineers themselves can keep up. While we need those specialists to keep advancing sophisticated uses of data, you know and I know that getting data ready, even for a basic analysis, can be difficult. You know that, I know that. A whole lot of data that we're counting on to drive better decisions is messy. And this messy data carries a cost. Gartner has a study that shows the average financial impact of poor data quality on organizations is nearly $10 million a year. That is a lot of money. And because, again, there's only so many people that have the deep skills to help, many of us everyday analysts end up doing this task the tedious, manual way. I can't tell you how much I know about Excel formulas and VBA because of cleaning data in my history. And frankly, that stinks. And you have not been shy about telling us about how frustrated and how much that stinks. These are real quotes here from a recent Tableau survey. You can see people are frustrated. People are passionate about there's like a whole bunch of like census data, data tables, and things that I've never could join. So I'm super psyched about being able to take some time sooner or later to do that. How about for you guys?
Well, my husband works as a beer seller and distributor,
Oh.
and he has all of his data, his sales data, in these crazy Excel sheets that he's built custom for himself.
Yeah.
And I want to know how his sales are doing because he's commission-based, and I have always had a really hard time getting that data into Tableau. So with Tableau Prep, I can keep tabs on my husband's commission checks.
Are you sure it's the format that's causing the problem, the shape of the data, or is your
Unclear,
husband with
but
a password?
now I can find out for sure. So.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
How about for you,
And for me,
Maraki?
it's been, wanting to sort of combine all of my different finances,
Oh,
my
yeah,
credit card, my
sure.
bank
Yeah.
accounts, and things like
Yeah,
that, and
yeah.
merge all of that data together
Yeah,
to better
yeah.
see and understand what
Yeah.
my spending is.
Yeah.
There are some things you don't want to know,
Yeah,
and
I was just gonna say,
this might be one of those things, but
You sure
it
you
might
want to
be.
tackle that?
But yeah, I mean, it's a really incredible opportunity to go out into the World Wide Web.
Yeah.
I'm really interested in data about African economics,
yeah,
and that's been a sort of a passion of mine for a really long time.
Oh,
so I would
cool.
also want to go into
Yeah.
Tableau Prep and look at that data as well.
Ah, cool. That's
Yeah.
great. Cool.
It's so much more sophisticated.
So, well, and again, talking about Tableau Prep, a lot of people in the audience are asking us about how to get Tableau Prep. So you can tell us, can you tell us how you get your hands on Tableau Prep, obviously?
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can download the version of Tableau Prep from our website. I'm sure there will be links available at the bottom of whatever screen you're looking at, or the side of whatever screen you're looking at. And you can either try our 30-day free license or register for Tableau Prep if you are eligible for a license. So we will have details out to you on how to go about and try Tableau Prep.
Yeah, that's a good point, because a lot of our people that are watching, I'm sure, are already Tableau desktop licensees, and they're in maintenance or they're in subscription. And if they are those conditions, they can get this for free with their existing. So that's kind of a nice little something extra, something for our customers, which we love doing. So thanks for pointing that out. So, Ashley, a question here about dashboard starters.
Yep.
Are they available for Tableau Online?
Yes, in fact, we launched them first for Tableau Online.
Cool.
So when I was demoing with a Tableau Online site.
Cool.
And whether you're trialing or a current subscriber to Tableau Online with the right role-based licensing, you can get access to dashboard starters right now.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited because several of the dashboard starters we use those data sources internally, and I'm psyched to see to really just get a little deeper with them myself.
Yep.
So that's great. Cool. So Maraki, what versions of this is a good question? What versions of Tableau integrate with Tableau Prep?
Yeah, so you can work with, you can integrate Tableau Prep with 10.0 or above. So versions of Tableau Desktop that are 10.0 or above.
Oh,
Yeah.
10.0 or above.
Yes.
So pretty good.
Yeah.
Great. And obviously 2018.1.
And of course 2018.1.
So-
Get the latest and greatest.
Good, good, good. Okay, I'm getting a highlighted question here from me, which is kind of a kooky question, but I will answer it. Elissa, where did you get your jean jacket? New day for denim. Yeah, agreed. You know what? Where I get everything. On the web. Or probably Amazon, I don't know, something like that. I should actually do a Tableau Prep analysis of my purchases and spending, especially in browser. It'd be really interesting to know, or not know actually. So cool. All right. So what's next for our development teams? What do you guys can you tell us about what's coming down the pipe? For 2018.2 or beyond. I mean, go ahead.
Well, we already announced the beta of 2018.2, so you can go to the Coming Soon site on Tableau.com and join in on the beta fun and see what we're planning on shipping next. So we've got some great new dashboard capabilities, Tableau Services Manager, our extensions API is in a broad beta now. So tons of exciting stuff, and it's just hot on the heels of 2018.1, so that's already out there for people to find. And we'll keep adding more connectors to our web connection experience. We'll keep adding more dashboard starters. And one of the things that's coming in 2018.2 that I'm excited about is even more web authoring capabilities.
Cool. I love it. Just being in the browser all the time. That's great. Okay, it looks like last question. So, Maraki, what kind of data sources connect to Tableau Prep?
Yeah, so you can connect to Excel, CSV. You can also connect to all sorts of different types of relational databases. So Tableau Prep is really powerful and has a lot of the same connectors, not all of them, but a lot of the same connectors as Tableau Desktop. So you should be able to do a majority of your work. SQL Server, MySQL, Oracle, Postgres, all of those data sources are available to connect to from Tableau Prep.
Great.
Yeah.
That's super helpful. That's
Yeah.
great. All right, cool. Well, those are great questions. If you didn't get your question answered, I'd like to encourage you to head to our community forums and reach out to our support teams. Both of those places, community forums and our support teams, are a great resource for information and assistance. And while you're at the forums, like you pointed out, Ashley, share your ideas, vote things up or down. We really appreciate the feedback, and we appreciate your getting engaged with the community and talking to us. Appreciate that so much. Excuse me. And speaking of our community, we launched our data family hashtag DataFam on 4/24 when we launched these great new advances. And we're so excited that many of our community members and customers have shared their data families with the world. And there's some great examples right here of this content we've received, and we've been so inspired by your participation in this. We'd love to hear from you and see from you who's in your data fam. So someone who inspired you, motivated you, or just plain kicks ass. So please post, check out some photos. We've got some great shots from conferences and internal folks here at Tableau, and even our London office and some of our user groups are participating. Get out there with DataFam. It's a lot of fun, and it's a great way to tag and acknowledge your new expanded data family that is now even bigger with these new introductions we've made the last couple of weeks. So great. All right, before we end our new day for data, we wanted to bring on some members of the development team that has worked so hard to make all this happen. These are the true heroes. We love these guys. They're the ones that make it happen. Well, this is the dev team that makes it great for you guys. So come on, squeeze in. We're going to do a little selfie action, I think. And we're looking at, there we are, we're that away. All right. So let's get a picture. We're going to post this data fam on our site. You do your data fam thing, and let's have fun. Rock on. Thank you for coming. Woohoo! Yeah! Thank you. All right. Nice shot. Great job, guys. Thank you, guys. Difficulty with the effort and the time it takes to make sense out of inefficient, risk-filled, decentralized, resource-hogging, red tape, limited data. What a quote and what a truth. Wow, you know, that person was fired up, but this isn't new feedback. I've talked to customers and I've heard it again and again about how hard it can be just to get through the organizing and cleaning and shaping. And as I mentioned, I've lived with this pain myself. We've all lived through it. We are not alone. In fact, studies show that analysts end up spending 80% of their data work time in data preparation and only 20% actually doing analysis. 80% stuck in the most difficult and painful part, and frankly, the least gratifying part. Well, wherever you guys are that have been telling us this, and I know you're out there, I'm happy to tell you, we're about to flip that ratio around. Today, you can do data prep the Tableau way with our brand new product, Tableau Prep. You can clean and transform that messy data in the same visual, direct manner that you're used to using from Tableau for analytics. Tableau Prep helps you get your data ready for analysis the Tableau way. It's visual, it's direct, and it's smart. You can see the direct results of your actions right away. You can fix errors or outliers quickly with help from smart features. And you'll be getting to know your data as you do your data prep, which will help you ask the right questions and better questions to get to insight even faster. When I use Tableau Prep, that's definitely one of the things I love about it. I feel smarter just even using Prep and then launching right into Tableau Desktop or Tableau new licenses. Now, you don't need to go outside the Tableau platform to clean and shape your data. Tableau Prep is completely integrated with the Tableau Analytics platform, so you can move directly from data prep to analytics and back. If you're just joining us, I just want to bring everybody current. We've been talking about our new product, Tableau Prep. And if you're just joining us, it's good timing because rather than me continue to tell you about prep, let's show you the visual, direct, and smart way that Tableau Prep lets you get your data ready for analysis. To do that, I want to welcome one of our senior product managers here, Maraki Ketema. She's on our product development team, and she's here to show us Tableau's visual, direct, and smart way of getting your data dirty for analysis. So Maraki, take it away, girl.
Thanks, Elissa. Good morning from Seattle. I am so pumped to talk to you today about Tableau Prep. Now, we've been on this journey because data prep is hard. It's hard for me and it's hard for you. But Tableau Prep is a game changer because we have brought the magic and power of Tableau to data prep. Let's jump into Tableau Prep. Here it is. Let me give you a quick lay of the land. At the top is the flow pane. It allows you to see everything you've done in just one glance. All the transformation, all the cleaning operations, they're all here. And in the middle is the profile pane. These are summaries. You can see and interact with your data directly. And at the bottom is the data grid, a familiar spreadsheet view of your data. Here's our scenario for today. I'm an analyst at the Wisconsin Department of Justice, and I want to understand how traffic stops relate to different types of crime. I want to clean and merge all of this data before analyzing it in Tableau. Now, I've already connected to my traffic data, which lives in two separate data sources, one for the years 2012 through 2013, and the other for the years 2014 through 2016. I've already unioned this data, and I just want to get ready to clean it. Now, interacting with your data in Tableau Prep is super easy. Simply click, and the data grid automatically updates to reflect the number of rows. If I want, I can even exclude this date. But what if I want to exclude across multiple years? I really don't want to write a relative date calc. What I want is a quick filter. Let's do this in Tableau Prep. I'll go into my dropdown, and from here, I'll select Filter and choose the relative date filter. Watch to the right of the field. Just like that, I have my relative date filter. And from there, I'll say 6 years, select last. It started at 2012, and now it starts at 2013. All of my changes are tracked in my changes drawer. I can see the data that I just excluded and the data that I just filtered using my relative date. I don't really want to be filtering across multiple years, so I'm actually going to go ahead and get rid of this date. The profile pane is powerful. Seeing the errors in your data is easy. For example, take a look at vehicle type. There's a bunch of numbers all over the place. Perhaps they're zip codes, but they really don't belong in this field. Cleaning these errors should be quick and easy, and with Tableau Prep, it is. In order to remove these numbers, I would typically have to write a regular expression calculation. But in Tableau Prep, I don't have to. Let me show you. I'll go into my dropdown, and under the Clean submenu, I'm going to select Remove Numbers. One click, and all the numbers are gone. But I think there's still an error here in my data. Do you see it? There are two different spellings of Chevrolet. Now, typically, I would have to correct this manually. But in Tableau Prep, we have introduced smart algorithms that make fixing these types of issues easy. Let me show you. I'll go into my drop-down menu, and under the Group and Replace submenu, I'll select Common Characters. And now look, Chevrolet is grouped, Honda's grouped, Mercedes-Benz is grouped. Tableau Prep has visual, intuitive, and smart one-click operations that make cleaning these types of issues easy. Now, I'm specifically interested in the number of traffic violations per county over the years. So I'm going to need to aggregate my data. Aggregating in Tableau Prep is easy. I simply need to drag and drop. Let me show you. I'm going to add my aggregate. I'll drag violations to aggregated fields, and then I'll drag stop year to grouped fields, as well as county to grouped fields. And now my data looks just as I want it to look. At this point, my data's prepped, and I can move on to Wisconsin violent crime data, which lives in SQL Server. I'll go ahead and add my data from SQL Server. I've added my data from SQL Server. And at this point, let's take a look at what's going on. Do you see what I see? I have years, I have violent crimes across multiple years, with each year represented by a single column. Prepping and working with data that's shaped like this is hard. Imagine trying to create a time series graph. You can't. Imagine trying to join on year. You can't do that either. I need to pivot my columns to rows, but pivoting can sometimes be hard. In Tableau Prep, it's easy. All you have to do is drag and drop, and your data's automatically pivoted. Let me show you. I'll go ahead and add a pivot. I'll select my fields, and then drag and drop them over, and just like that, my data's pivoted. But I'm sure you see the problem. I pivoted one too many fields. Let's do that again. I'll select the fields that I just dragged and dropped, and I'll do that again, and just like that, my data looks correct now. How easy was that? Let's go ahead and rename these fields. I'll rename pivot values to VC frequency, and I'll rename pivot names to years. Okay, let's step back for a moment. The flow pane makes seeing the types of changes that I've made to my data super easy. I brought in Wisconsin traffic data across multiple years. I unioned and I cleaned the data. I also brought in data on Wisconsin violent crimes that I went ahead and pivoted columns to rows. And now I think I'm ready to join all of this data together. Now, it's often hard to understand the impact of creating a join. Let me show you why. I'm going to go ahead and create the join. Typically, it's hard to know what data was lost or what data was excluded. But we've made this easy in Tableau Prep. Take a look at this left pane. It tells me the joins that I just applied. It also tells me the type of join and gives me a summary of the results. I started with over 200 rows and joined with almost 9,000, and somehow I ended up with over 39,000 rows. There is definite duplication here. I know that I have a year field in both of my data sets, so I'm going to go ahead and add year to my join clause. Okay, there's an error in my data, and Tableau Prep makes this easy to see. One year field is a string, and the other is an integer. I can fix this issue directly in the join profile. Watch. I'll select year, and I'll change the date type from string to number whole. And now my data looks exactly as I wanted it to. No more duplication. The other issue that customers will often see is they don't know what values were excluded. But in Tableau Prep, it's front and center and easy to spot. All of these red values, these are your excluded values. Now I think my data's prepped, so I'm actually going to go ahead and output my data. And at this point, I can choose to output it to a hyper, TDE, or CSV file, or publish it up to Tableau Server or Tableau Online. I can even preview my data in Tableau Desktop. And from here, I can build out a visualization just to make sure everything looks as I want it to. So I'll drag VC frequency and violation to columns, and I'll go ahead and add county to rows. There doesn't seem to be much of a relationship between violent crime frequency and traffic violation, at least not for the state of Washington. Tableau Prep is powerful. It allows you to see how you've combined and unioned and merged your data along the way. Take a look. I've unioned, I've cleaned, and I've aggregated my data, all without using a single complex calculation or expression. I could see the impact of each operation along the way. Integration with Tableau helped me see and understand quick insights about my data. Now, over 4,000 of you have participated in our beta program. Your feedback and insights helped shape this product, and for that, we want to say thanks. Tableau Prep is the visual, direct, and integrated data prep tool that you've been asking for, and we are so thrilled to put it in your hands. Elissa, back to you.
Thank you, Maraki. That was awesome. I love your demo. I know Tableau Prep is easy. I use it myself, but you also showed it actually can be pretty fun and darn enlightening. So thank you again. All of this is, of course, available with our current release, 2018.1. To get your hands on Tableau Prep, all you got to do is visit tableau.com/product/prep. You'll find it right there, and you can download it and get started right away. Now, we also want to show you some other great new capabilities that became available in this release in just a few minutes, so stay tuned. But first, I do want to share with you a little bit more about the other big announcement of the day that has to do with the second challenge that I mentioned around people. Our new subscription offerings. It's a new way to buy Tableau. As I've said, we believe that everyone should be able to see and understand data. It's good for business, and that's not just a matter of opinion. A study by MIT's Sloan School of Management indicates that companies that engage in data-driven or data-informed decision-making increase productivity and output over the companies that don't. But different people are going to want to work with data in different ways. Some of us are deep data experts. Others are more casual users. They want to quickly get answers and then move on with their other tasks or priorities. They don't necessarily want to or need to dig in and analyze the data themselves. So if data is critical in helping organizations find success, something we've always believed, and I know you do too, then we had to make Tableau easier to scale to all these different kinds of people. To become a data-driven organization, you must give everyone the ability to use data in the ways that make sense for them. So we've made this possible by completely rethinking how we enable you to scale Tableau in your companies and organizations. That's right, we have 3 new ways to scale Tableau. They're all tailored to meet the different needs within your organization. Let's start with Tableau Creator. That seems fitting since Creator is designed around the needs of our very first and most important audience, the individual analysts. This is our power offering. Creators can do it all, from prep to publishing, all in one value-packed offering. You get the full power of Tableau Desktop, you get Tableau Prep that you just saw to clean and shape your data, and you get a seat on Tableau Server or on-prem, online, or in the cloud. Now, I feel like a little bit of a late-night commercial host because I'm going to say, but wait, there's more. But it's true. There's so much value here with Tableau Creator. With Tableau Desktop, of course, you'll be able to connect to and visually analyze virtually any data. The drag and drop interactions, the stunning visuals, the incredible flexibility of Tableau Desktop is going to help creators dive into their data and answer questions at the speed of thought. You have the power to publish, the power to govern, and the power to share your work either to Tableau Server or our cloud collaboration solution, Tableau Online. You can even complete your analysis directly in the browser with a full end-to-end web authoring experience. And last but not least, Creator includes the brand new product, like I said, you just saw it, Tableau Prep at no additional cost. So creators can say goodbye to messy data and hello to getting to analysis much faster. Now, for organizations that want to scale and get data to more people, we have 2 new ways to help them. Help them get their people in their organization to interact with and get answers from data. Tableau Explorer is all about governed self-service analytics. You can explore, you can consume, you can interact. You can do this with any content on the server, from dashboards to data sources. You can even analyze data starting from existing governed data sources or riff on somebody else's analysis that you're watching in the browser. It's a full browser experience. And it's a great way to get questions answered when you need them, when they're asked, and when they come up by the people who are asking them. There's no waiting. And finally, I'm excited to say that we've developed an offering that is designed to truly scale analytics at large organizations, much in the way we talked about with Tesla. Tableau Viewer will have the value of data going across your enterprise by letting you affordably scale to large deployments and to people who might be more casual users of data. People who use Tableau Viewer can view and filter dashboards, they can receive and manage subscriptions, and they can even receive data-driven alerts, all via a web browser or via their mobile devices. They can also view and interact with dashboards embedded in other content, like Salesforce.com or an internal wiki or some application you're building. All of this is designed to be available at a very cost-effective price. Now, with Creator, Explorer, and Viewer, no matter how you and others across your organization want to interact with data, we've got an offering that's going to meet their needs. We're really excited to make these subscription offerings available to you because the more people that can work with data in ways that match their ability and inclinations, the better for everyone in an organization. Now, we've updated our pricing page to share all of the nitty-gritty details, so check it out. It's at tableau.com/pricing. You can dig into exactly what's included with Creator, Explorer, and Viewer. So how can you get access to these kind of offerings? Well, just like with Tableau Prep, Creator, Explorer, and Viewer are available through our most recent release, 2018.1. So, to show you a little bit more about some of the new features in 2018.1 and learn a little bit more about the new offerings, we've invited another one of our developers to give us a quick look at those features. Please welcome Ashley Bass, a senior management of product management in our development team. Ashley's going to show us a few capabilities that will be available to creators, new ones from 2018.1 like dashboard starters and a lot of new web-based authoring enhancements. And she's also going to walk us through what makes Viewer so special. So Ashley, let's go, girl.
All right, thanks, Elissa.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be here so that I can show you what we've been working on. I'm going to start in the role of Tableau creator. As a Tableau creator, I have the ability to connect to and explore data anytime, anywhere. So here I am logged into a site on Tableau Online. So I've got Tableau right in front of me, and I've got data on my desktop. Let's start by seeing what I can do with this. I'll go ahead and start by creating a new workbook. And here it is, for the first time ever in Tableau 2018.1, the ability to connect to data directly in my browser. I can connect to published data sources, and I can connect to databases, whether they're on-premises or in the cloud. I can also connect to files. Now, I'll just pause for a moment because you might be thinking, we just showed you connecting to data with Tableau Prep. And if you're wondering when to use which experience, it's pretty simple. It all depends on the state of your data and the complexity of your use case. So if you need to do complex manipulations of your data or you have really messy data, you'll want to start in Tableau Prep. But if your data is ready to go, ready for analysis, or just requires a few simple things to get it ready, then this direct connection experience is the fastest way to get to analysis. Both of these are included in Tableau Creator, so you can choose what to use based on your needs. All right, so let's get back to our analysis. First, I'm going to start by adding this data in Tableau Online. This is data about graduation rates and household incomes in counties in Wisconsin. And I want to know if there is a relationship between them. So I'll just drag and drop to add my tables for graduation rates and income. It's easy to update my join. This is actually the same awesome experience for quick preparation and analysis that I'm used to in Tableau Desktop. And I love having it right here on the web. I can do simple transformations. For example, I can hide this column because I don't need it. I'll jump over here to the graduation field. I can do things like create calculated fields. I can change data types and geographic roles. In this case, I'm going to change the default aggregation of the graduation rate so that it's an average. And then I'll scroll over here to the right and make sure that our household incomes are represented as a median. And just like that, I'm on my way to analysis. So here's the Tableau magic, right? The ability to ask and answer questions uninterrupted without ever having to leave the browser. Let's start by taking a look at the median household income. And then we'll add in our graduation rates. We can dive deeper and start to examine this information based on counties. So what would be awesome right now is if I could easily create a dual axis chart so that I can compare graduation rates and income across counties. Well, with the advancements that we've made in web authoring, creating a dual axis chart is super easy. In fact, I can add filters, I can add quick table calculations. My dual axis chart is just a single click away. And now that I've created my axis chart, I'm just going to simply update the median income mark so that it represents as a bar chart. I can double click to edit my axis. I'll just make sure that everyone knows that we're looking at graduation rates. And then I can move on and use one of my personal favorite features that we've added for web authoring. It's called quick number formatting. And quick number formatting lets me make sure that everyone who's looking at my viz knows that our household incomes are a currency and that our graduation rates are actually represented as a percentage. Now I'm going to jump over to the analytics pane and I'll throw an average line on the graduation rate so we can see average graduation rates across all of the counties. What I can see is that there's a lot of variation from county to county when it comes to household incomes, but there doesn't seem to be a clear relationship to the graduation rates. I'm going to go ahead and add a filter to my viz in case I want to dive in deeper at a later time and take a look at underperforming or high-performing counties. Let's go ahead and name the sheet too. Okay, and then let's take a step back and think about what we've done. We have completed an end-to-end analytical flow, starting with connecting to data without ever leaving the browser. And it was super easy. But what if I told you that there's a way that we can make getting from data to insight even easier and faster? Well, that's what this next feature is all about. This is a feature that we first showed on stage at Tableau Conference 2017, and I'm thrilled that I can be here today to announce that we have launched Dashboard Starters for Tableau Online. Dashboard Starters are pre-built dashboards. They're beautiful and they represent your data and get you to business insight in just a few clicks. Now, we launched Dashboard Starters for Marketo, Eloqua, Salesforce, and ServiceNow, and we plan to keep adding more of these awesome starters over time. Let's jump in and take a look at what we have for Salesforce. In order to use a dashboard starter, all I have to do is choose a project and enter my credentials. Tableau will create an extract in the background. Tableau is modeling my data for me. So I'll get a pre-built dashboard representing my data, and all I have to do is wait for the magic to happen. Once my data loads, I have a great jumping off point for asking and answering more questions or sharing with people in my organization. There's even a cool and handy phone view already built for me. So with dashboard starters and the new web authoring capabilities in 2018.1, it's amazing what a Tableau creator can do without ever leaving the browser. But let's switch gears and take a look at the experience of our new viewer role. Now, the viewer role helps people across your organization make data-driven decisions based on trusted content. Viewers can interact with visualizations. They can discover insights in a secure and easy-to-use platform. So here I am logged into a different Tableau server as a viewer. My browsing experience is great. It's easy for me to find content I need or I'm interested in that I have access to. I can go back and revisit my favorites. I can sort based on usage. So Tableau is using this information behind the scenes to help me identify popular and useful content that I have access to. I can search across the Tableau server experience by user, by publisher, or by topic. Let's take a look. And here we have the view that we looked at earlier that was created from a dashboard starter for Salesforce. This is our account tracking view. Now, as a viewer, I can view, but I can also interact with published content. So let's check out what's going on in this big account over here in our tree map. It looks like this account has great opportunity, but no sales yet. And I don't have to stop at viewing and interactivity. I can actually engage with other people in my organization. I'm going to go ahead and add a comment here to share my insight with my colleagues. All right, so as a viewer, I can interact with data right in Tableau. But for many organizations, a large portion of the workforce is out in the field. So that means we need to bring data to those people. And whether you're a Tableau creator, a Tableau explorer, or a viewer, you can view and interact with embedded visualizations and vizzes on the go with Tableau Mobile. So let's take a look, and we'll start with the embedded scenario. Here I am in Salesforce, and I've got Tableau and the data that I need right here in this application. Now we'll take a look at the mobile experience. Because when you're on the go, there's no better way to interact with your data than Tableau Mobile. So Tableau Mobile automatically snapshots my favorite vizzes and puts them front and center. So I have big, beautiful images that help me get to the most important data, whether I'm offline or online. If I have questions that I can't answer with a snapshot, all I have to do is tap in, and I'll get a live view. So now I can start to dive a little bit deeper. For example, let's take a look and see what's going on with Sean's accounts. Sean also has a big account here, and it looks like they don't have any sales, but there's also a lot of opportunity. The mobile experience is optimized for interacting with data on the go. You can see that we're interacting with the viz from our dashboard starter that was optimized for mobile viewing. And I have all of the important interactions that I need right here at my fingertips. I can even share and annotate right here from Tableau Mobile. So I'll let Sean know what's going on with this account. So with the new offerings that we've added and all of the new capabilities in 2018.1, it's easier than ever for organizations to engage people with data. You can now empower more users to get the insights that they need with the capabilities that are the perfect match for their role. And whether you're a creator, a viewer, or an explorer, asking and answering questions has never been easier. Back to you, Elissa.
Thank you, Ashley. That was great. Appreciate that. And I got to say, I love the web browser experience. I'm working with data every day, and what's great, Ashley, is that there are days and weeks that go by that I'm just using the browser, and I love it. So if you want to learn more about these new features that Ashley just showed you, and so much more that are in 2018.1, check out tableau.com/product/new-features. You can find everything you need to know there with the detail and even examples of what these new features are all about. Now, if you're itching to start your prepping your data the Tableau way, or you want to learn how to interact with the dashboard from your mobile device, we've also got a whole free training video series designed to get you off and running. So check those videos out. We love to produce those for you. There's a great way to just get a snippet of information and get going. But if you're not a video person, no problem, because we're taking the show on the road. Today, we're also announcing a new day for data, our event series. That's going to be taking place in cities across North America this summer and even beyond globally. It starts June 7th in Chicago, and we're going to continue to add dates and locations to our event page. So it's a great opportunity to get more in-depth content and hands-on training into Tableau Prep and 2018.1 features. So you can learn more if you go to our website, you go to community, you go to the events area, you will see the new Day for Data event series. So check it out and be sure and sign up. We'd love to see you in person. And of course, we're going to have tons of learning and hands-on training and all other kinds of networking opportunities with our developers who brought you this stuff at our conferences. TC Europe is this early July, and Tableau Conference 2018, TC18, will be in New Orleans this October. I hope to see you there. Please join us. It's going to be 2 really fun times filled with learning and engaging. Now, I know you have questions, and we've got our product experts right here to help answer them. So let's get to some live Q&A with 2 of my very favorite developers, and let's get started. Now, I want to make sure you know how to submit some questions. So you want to tweet your questions, use the hashtag #NewDayForData, and that will direct the questions to us. You can do it via the live stream where you're watching this. You can do this via YouTube. You can do this via Twitter. Again, submit your questions, #NewDayForData. I'll get them right here on my handy-dandy iPad, and we will start answering some questions here. So we've already got some questions in the hopper because you guys, this has been out a week or 2 weeks, I guess, and you've asked us some questions. So I do have a couple that I want to share with you guys. And I want to start, first of all, with the fact that we're talking to our community right now, I want to start with the feedback that we've gotten from our community. Can you guys, both of you, tell us, for each of your respective areas, how Tableau incorporates community feedback and how much it influenced both Tableau Prep and 2018.1? So, Maraki, since you were just up, Ashley, why don't you start us?
I mean, the community played an incredible role. When I said earlier that they helped shape this product, I really meant it. Whether it was through their engagement in the alpha and beta programs or through coming to and talking to us during TC and TC Labs, they really helped us shape the product. There were a couple of features where we had to go back to the drawing board based off the feedback that we got to really make sure that we had the experience exactly as customers wanted it and exactly as what they felt was intuitive for them. So the community has played a really incredible role and will continue to play a really incredible role in helping us shape the upcoming releases of Tableau Prep.
Was it like 5 alphas and a whole bunch of betas?
5 alphas and 4 betas.
Yeah, that's got to be a record. That's got to be a record. So, hey, Ashley, how about for 2018 dashboard starters and the web authoring experience?
So we had a great beta, like we always do for every release. We have tens of thousands of customers in our beta program, and so we get great feedback all the time. But I think what's really awesome about our community engagement for these frequent releases that we're able to have now is we can address so many of the ideas that our customers submit on our community forums. So in this release, 2018.1, I think we addressed 8 specific ideas from the community, and that brings us to more than 50 in the last 12 months.
Wow, that's incredible. So for sure, get out there because the forums, our development team really pays attention to the forums and really pays attention to your ideas, voting them up or down. It matters. And so that's a great bit of advice. Get out there with it. So now, Maraki, this one's for you. How has the initial response been to Tableau Prep, both from the beta, but also now that it's released last week? I mean, it's our first version, official version of the product. It's always a little scary to put your baby out there. What have been some of the features that you've seen the community really respond to?
I mean, the community has loved a lot of the features that we brought out, the joins and the unions and the pivots and the drag and drop experience that we were able to bring in from Tableau Desktop into Tableau Prep, and really the visual and direct and the intuitiveness of data prep that we've brought to Tableau Prep. So. It's been really great. Lots of really awesome tweets about how Tableau Prep has been a really awesome addition to a user's workflow. Really incredible questions that are being asked and answered. So awesome engagement amongst community members, as well as some really great ideas that are floating around in the ideas forum. So keep them coming. And we've been monitoring them and we're watching them, and they're going to help us shape the future of this product. So we're excited.
Cool. Ashley, how about for you? What are some the responses you've been hearing? Your favorite features,
well,
that you're excited about?
My favorite feature is dashboard starters, but I'm a big web authoring fan too. And when we hear from our community, we've heard over and over that people want to be able to deploy Tableau at scale. They want to work with data anywhere they are. And so I think really being able to deliver that with the ability to connect to data on the web is one of the things we've gotten the most positive feedback.
Cool. Yeah, that is pretty darn exciting. So, okay, so this is some questions from our community. This is a good one. Now that you have Tableau Prep, I guess for both of you, is there a data set or something that you've been dying to visualize that you just didn't want to tackle before? I know for me, there's like a whole bunch of like census data and data tables and things that I've never could join. So I'm super psyched about being able to take some time sooner or later to do that. How about for you guys?
Well, my husband works as a beer seller and distributor, and he has all of his data, his sales data, in these crazy Excel sheets that he's built custom for himself. And I want to know how his sales are doing because he's commission-based, and I have always had a really hard time getting that data into Tableau. So with Tableau Prep, I can keep tabs on my husband's commission check.
Are you sure it's the format that's causing the problem, the shape of the data, or is your
Unclear,
husband with
but
a password?
now I can find out for sure.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
How about for you?
And for me, it's been wanting to sort of combine all of my different finances, my credit card, my bank accounts, and things like that, and merge all of that data together to better see and understand what my spending is. There are some things you don't want to know, and this might be one of those things, but
you sure you want to tackle that?
But yeah, I mean, it's a really incredible opportunity opportunity to go out into the World Wide Web. I'm really interested in data about African economics, and that's been a sort of a passion of mine for a really long time.
Oh,
so I would
cool.
also want to go into Tableau Prep and look at that data as well.
Cool. That's great. Cool.
It's so much more sophisticated.
So, well, and again, talking about Tableau Prep, a lot of people in the audience are asking us about how to get Tableau Prep. So you can tell us, can you tell us how you get your hands on Tableau Prep, obviously?
Sure. So you can download the version of Tableau Prep from our website. I'm sure there will be links available at the bottom of whatever screen you're looking at, or the side of whatever screen you're looking at. And you can either try our 30-day free license or register for Tableau Prep if you are eligible for a license. So we will have details out to you on how to go about and try Tableau Prep.
Yeah, that's a good point, because a lot of our people that are watching, I'm sure, are already Tableau desktop licensees, and they're in maintenance or they're in subscription. And if they are those conditions, they can get this for free with their existing. So that's kind of a nice little something extra, something for our customers, which we love doing. So thanks for pointing that out. So, Ashley, a question here about dashboard starters. Are they available for Tableau Online?
Yes, in fact, we launched them first for Tableau Online. Cool. So when I was demoing with a Tableau Online site.
Cool.
And whether you're trialing or a current subscriber to Tableau Online with the right role-based licensing, you can get access to dashboard starters right now.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited because several of the dashboard starters we use those data sources internally, and I'm psyched to see to really just get a little deeper with them myself. You know, so that's great. Cool. So Maraki, what versions of this is a good question. What versions of Tableau integrate with Tableau Prep?
Yeah, so you can work with you can integrate Tableau Prep with 10.0 or above. So versions of Tableau Desktop that are 10.0 or above.
Oh, 10.0 or above.
Yes.
So pretty good.
Yeah.
Great. And obviously 2018.1.
And of course 2018.1. So. Get the latest and greatest.
Good, good, good. Okay, I'm getting a highlighted question here from me, which is kind of a kooky question, but I will answer it. Elissa, where did you get your jean jacket? New day for denim. Yeah, agreed. You know what? Where I get everything. On the web. Or probably Amazon, I don't know, something like that. I should actually do a Tableau Prep analysis of my purchases and spending, especially in browser. It'd be really interesting to know, or not know actually. So cool. All right. So what's next for our development teams? What do you guys can you tell us about what's coming down the pipe? You know, for 2018.2 or beyond. I mean, you know, go ahead.
Well, we already announced the beta of 2018.2, so you can go to the coming soon site on Tableau.com and join in on the beta fun and see what we're planning on shipping next. So we've got some great new dashboard capabilities, Tableau Services Manager, our extensions API is in a broad beta now. So tons of exciting stuff, and it's just hot on the heels of 2018.1. So that's already out there for people to find. And we'll keep adding more connectors to our web connection experience. We'll keep adding more dashboard starters. And one of the things that's coming in 2018.2 that I'm excited about is even more web authoring capabilities.
Cool. I love it. Just being in the browser all the time. That's great. Okay, it looks like last question. So, Maraki, what kind of data sources connect to Tableau Prep?
Yeah, so you can connect to Excel, CSV. You can also connect to all sorts of different types of relational databases. So Tableau Prep is really powerful and has a lot of the same connectors, not all of them, but a lot of the same connectors as Tableau Desktop. So you should be able to do a majority of your work. SQL Server, MySQL, Oracle, Postgres, all of those data sources are available to connect to from Tableau Prep.
Great. Yeah. That's super helpful. That's great. All right, cool. Well, those are great questions. If you didn't get your question answered, I'd like to encourage you to head to our community forums and reach out to our support teams. Both of those places, community forums and our support teams, are a great resource for information and assistance. And while you're at the forums, like you pointed out, Ashley, share your ideas, vote things up or down. We really appreciate the feedback, and we appreciate your getting engaged with the community and talking to us. Appreciate that so much. Excuse me. And speaking of our community, we launched our data family hashtag DataFam on 4/24 when we launched these great new advances. And we're so excited that many of our community members and customers have shared their data families with the world. And there's some great examples right here of this content we've received, and we've been so inspired by your participation in this. We'd love to hear from you and see from you who's in your data fam. So someone who inspired you, motivated you, or just plain kicks ass. So please post, check out some photos. We've got some great shots from conferences and internal folks here at Tableau, and even our London office and some of our user groups are participating. Get out there with DataFam. It's a lot of fun, and it's a great way to tag and acknowledge your new expanded data family that is now even bigger with these new introductions we've made the last couple of weeks. So great. All right, before we end our new day for data, we wanted to bring on some members of the development team that has worked so hard to make all this happen. These are the true heroes. We love these guys. They're the ones that make it happen. This is the dev team that makes it great for you guys. So come on, squeeze in. We're going to do a little selfie action, I think. And we're looking at, there we are, roll that away. All right. So let's get a picture. We're going to post this data fam on our site. You do your data fam thing, and let's have fun. Rock on. Thank you for coming. Woohoo! Yeah! Thank you. All right. Nice shot. Great job, guys. Thank you, guys.